Okay, so I have basically zero context for this video, but I wanted to show off my plants because I've got a lot of them. Every spring I start up a garden, and this year I did it indoors, so they're all in pots. Uh, Here you go. Let's give the cat some pets. Come here. Come here. Come. Come, cat. Would you like some pets? Yeah? This is Bunny. She's very cute. Hello. Oh, now you want pets. Now you want pets. As soon as I give the bunny attention. Yeah, hi, sweetie. I'll come back to you later. And please, you can shut up for like 2 minutes, maybe. Okay, let's start with my zucchinis and cucumbers. They have all been repotted at different times, so they're at varying levels of super alive and super not. But they're going okay. I actually don't know any of these, whether or not they're cucumbers or zucchinis, because when I potted them, I just put them where they fit. And so, like, this one's got 4, and I would assume this is a zucchini. This one might be a cucumber. I don't know. They're just gonna grow up together, and they're close enough plants that it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But they're all different sizes at the moment, and they're all getting fairly close to starting to flower. Very exciting. I love them so much. At some point, I'm gonna take all of these guys outside, and they'll be able to stay out there permanently. But just for now, they're in the windowsill, and they're very happy. Next up is mostly pumpkins, and they're okay. They had a few little issues in the beginning, but now they're growing all right. One of them is very happy. Look how big his leaves are. He's the biggest guy in the corner. I love him. I also have a stray onion just growing in here, and there's a little tiny onion right there as well. And those were just the bottoms of onions that I had in the fridge that started sprouting, so I just dropped them in there, because why not? I've got a row of tomatoes here, and they're very cute. They have been growing very slowly, so I don't think they're as happy as they could be. But overall, there's nothing specifically wrong with them. They're just being a little slow. I'm sure they'll do well at some point. Once it gets hotter outside, I know they'll definitely thrive. I've got another stray assortment of zucchinis, cucumbers, and an onion that hasn't decided if it wants to sprout yet. I just planted in some garlics that were starting to sprout in my pantry, and so those guys might turn into something. What's more impressive is these 2 carrots, and they are the tops of carrots that you could basically get at the store, like the giant ones, and the tops of them started to grow green, and so I just chopped them off, dropped them in here, and this guy, oh my goodness, has been growing huge. He's even starting to flower. He's very pretty. I think that's just really cool. It's just a carrot. It's grown really big. I also have this container of onions that, yeah, I don't want to talk about these guys. They are just not doing well. They look more like grass. These are my sunflowers, and they're so far quite happy. Hello. What do you want? Huh? You coming to interrupt again? Once again, I have a stray either cucumber or zucchini that has just decided to grow in this pot. There's a story behind why there's a bunch of zucchinis and cucumbers that have been randomly planted around, and I'll tell that story at the end, but for now, here's some beautiful sunflowers that are growing very nice and tall. These 2 patches of tomatoes, compared to the other windowsill, are quite happy. They've been growing very tall. They haven't even been in their boxes for very long, and so they're doing well. There's not much to say about them. They're different types, but they're all doing... Hello. Now we come to my favorite plant of the year. Now this is 1 zucchini and 1 cucumber potted together, and they're in a little bit of a tight space, but they don't seem to be too bothered. They happen to just sprout the soonest, and so I think that's why they're at least the zucchini is huge compared to all the other ones in the other pots. He's so big and so mature, actually, that he's already started getting flowers, and so I mean that's gonna start sprouting soon, and that's very exciting. I'm a big fan of zucchinis and cucumbers and all that, so I'm just very glad that he's doing so well. I love him. I was actually thinking about naming both these guys because they're my favorite ones, but the only thing I could think about naming them was just naming them like Zuck and Cuck, which doesn't exactly seem the most mature name for my plants, but it was all I could think of. So I guess that's what their names are, Zuck and Cuck. I'm sure Jenna would be very proud of my ability to name my plants. I'm outside and we just had a big snow melt, and so now my back garden has started to open up, and that means a few little things from last year have started to grow up. And these are the old onions that I'm put in, and every year they come back up through the snow, and they're not the most beautiful of things, but they're surviving, and I'm hoping to maybe get a few onions off of them this year because they're pretty big compared to the other ones. Anyway, that's all my plants. We just hit spring in Alaska, and so it's time to start growing my stuff, and so far it's been doing really well. I'm very excited to keep going on this gardener's journey and hopefully getting lots of things. I don't think anyone really cares, honestly, but I like them. I'm having fun, and that's what matters. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. There was no point to this video. I just wanted to make something, and so here you go. Thanks.